Okay. Hello and welcome. And tonight on the Kenny Vaughan's Freak Show, we got John. What's your last name? Farello?
John Farello, also known as Mr. Answer Man.
No, the Answer Man.
Or the Answer Man.
The Answer Man, not Mr. Answer Man.
You can hear me on the Burnham and Dodge Art Hour, which is on Think Twice Radio.
Holy Christ, that's
Whoa.
great.
Let's
see one of your. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I'm also a local artist. One of my themes is lazy women. So we have this lazy woman.
Bitches, right?
No, not bitches, young ladies. Some of them have platypuses, but some of them too are from the past, the world of dinosaurs. And this one has a saber-toothed tiger with her, and she's on a sloth. And she's kind of lazy.
It seems like a very friendly world. Even the saber-toothed tiger seems friendly.
Exactly. But let's go to the future.
Yeah, the future.
Okay, and here we are in the future, the world of the future.
The pink stuff that kind of looks like she's resting on giant inflatable penises.
Perhaps it is the giant inflatable penises. Yeah, but
I like the cat.
In the future with cats.
Yeah.
Why do you have her laying on giant inflatable penises?
Well, they're not inflatable penises. That's into your own imagination.
That's just a regular.
Let's keep this kind of G-rated, folks. No, yeah.
Is that a regular cat that just flies?
It's a regular cat in space.
Flies.
It's floating. And then
why is it floating?
Let's keep going to other places. Let's go into the world of mythology, where the woman is there with maybe
what myth?
a myth. See, okay, we got the world of mythology. She has a penguin.
What myth is this?
They always have
the penguin myth.
They always have some pet with them.
They always have a little penguin.
A cat, or they have a penguin, or a platypus.
Yeah, sure, if you want. And, okay, what happens after that, though? Maybe they could have other adventures. Maybe, okay. What if they go up?
Pterodactyl.
What if they have a pterodactyl?
Wow, what is she doing to that fish?
She's using it perhaps as a weapon to fight this pterodactyl lady.
And that's a
she's using a fish as a weapon, right?
That's an octopus.
She's got a fish in her hand, though, one woman.
Yeah, a fish, and she's using it
I think that's very cruel to the fish.
And a beer. And they're fighting.
Is the beer a weapon, or is that for nutrition?
No, she's drinking, having a good time, and she's fighting this other woman with the fish. And this other woman is going to try to catch her with the lasso from the pterodactyl. Now they're having an adventure. Now let's on to adventures. I have another series of women on adventures, cartoon women on adventures. These maniacs.
Wow, look at that.
Maybe they start out in Buffalo here, next to our beloved grain elevators. But where do they end up? I have a whole series of...
Wait a minute, these girls don't have any pets next to them, though.
No pets, because it's a whole different series.
Are these lazy women again, though?
No, these are adventuring women.
Oh, so you did the lazy women series, now the adventurous women series.
The adventurous women. Now, I have a whole series of 9 different stuff. I couldn't bring that all in here.
No.
So they start off here in Buffalo by the grain
sitting
elevators.
around.
But
they should be having a few Jenny Creams.
But where do they go next?
It's the future.
Oh, they go to hell.
They go to hell.
On a lamb?
On a lamb. I call this
on a lamb.
The nicest people in hell. And you see, they're well armed. And there's people suffering there in this pit of...
But why did they jump right from sitting and having a pleasant day at the grain elevators?
No, there's 9 other pictures.
In between.
Yeah, where they're going down a river, they're in a city, they're in a flying around.
Did they commit sins? That's why they're in hell?
No, they eventually go to hell in their adventure. But who knows what the story of their adventure is? Do you? The people
I'm
out there?
asking you, John.
No, what is the
It's all in your mind, right?
No, the YouTube people. Maybe they know.
YouTube people.
Maybe they could use their imagination.
Commonly called the YouTube viewers. The YouTube
the
people.
lumpen YouTube viewers.
Now, these people in hell are suffering, and they go down there, and to make their suffering worse, they're shooting at them.
Well, no, they're not shooting at the people down here. That's like the worst yoga class ever.
They're shooting at the...
but they're shooting
at the people in hell.
And people in the distance who are menacing them, or demons that are menacing them. They're not shooting at the people.
But one of them is just doing her makeup, right?
No, she's eating a burrito. If you can get a close-up, she's eating a burrito.
Well, get it closer.
Get a close-up.
This is eating a burrito?
Eating a burrito.
Oh, maybe get the other camera. Hold on a second.
Yeah, she's eating a burrito.
Okay.
And
okay, so this woman's eating a burrito.
Eating burrito in the middle.
She's not doing her...
But the other one...
So the other two are shooting people, and she's eating a burrito.
She's eating a burrito.
So isn't she one of the lazy girls? Because she's eating a burrito.
Well,
while they're shooting and
you
taking care of
take some
business.
time off. If you don't have...
you got to have proper nutrition.
But if you don't have a gun and you're in hell, you got to...
If they shoot the demons with their guns,
yes,
are they going to liberate the people from hell?
You know what? That's what this whole story is about. because with this whole series, there's questions in all of these things. What's going to happen to the people in hell? Are they going to get out of there? Are they going to help them?
So you want the people to look at your artwork to interpret it themselves?
Yeah. Or maybe I'll write a story someday. But maybe I want the next person to buy this. Go, where are they going, man?
H.P. Lovecraft. Are you going to mention him somewhere?
Well, H.P. Lovecraft. I'm glad you mentioned him. Oh boy.
I know. I'm a professional talk show host.
Because in September we're going to get a show together, and I want people. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
People who have H.P. Lovecraft art to bring their art in, and we will all display it. Now, I have some H.P. Lovecraft art of my own that I'm going to be selling at the upcoming Comic-Con here in Buffalo
March
next
29th.
week. March 29th.
At Marriott, right?
Yeah. Now, let's take a look at some of these. Well,
Is this the H.P. Lovecraft stuff we're going to see now?
Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, normally, H.P. Lovecraft.
Or we can do it. Which way do you like it? Do you like this way?
Yes.
No, we can probably do it this way. Here we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, normally, H.P. Lovecraft doesn't write anything
nice.
about ladies. But I put this young lady in here, and she's being menaced by
octopi.
Yeah, well, this thing called a great race of Yith. And
it kind of looks like the octopi.
That is a really gorgeous lady there.
Likes her.
Yeah, it kind of likes her. And
so the octopi wants to make love to the lady?
Or maybe just get to know her better. Hello, how you doing? And it's from the H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, more about her personality then.
Oh, yeah, kind of like a 50s.
What does this have to do with H.P. Lovecraft?
Well, okay, this thing is called the Great Race of Yith, this monster that's menacing her. So, or making her happy, whatever one. But that's from H.P. Lovecraft.
I thought he doesn't do much with women, though.
He doesn't. But I decided to use my art talent to see what if there were ladies
and
in
your
his story.
horniness.
And your horniness.
Oh wait, wait a minute.
And what's going on here? A woman with a gun and an American flag.
This is another
coming out of the Buddha.
Yeah,
let's see that. Let's see that.
This is nothing. Okay,
this is very interesting.
Woman with an American flag and a gun coming out of the Buddha, folks.
Well, okay.
I have to say that this is
that's my favorite one so far.
This is fascinating.
Wait, Paula's taking this. Go ahead, Paula.
I am impressed by your combination of imagery here.
Well, it really is.
It's my love of Buddhism.
And women with bikinis on and guns and American flags.
Yeah.
It combines all your love. America, guns, women with bikinis.
I hate, which is the Taliban. They're personal enemies of mine.
You hate the Taliban?
I hate the Taliban.
What do they do to you?
So Buddha is shooting the Taliban?
Exactly.
Buddha is shooting the Taliban.
He's helping.
That's so wrong.
Is that the name of this painting? Buddha shooting the Taliban?
Kinda. It's called Take That, You Jerks.
It's called Take That, You Jerks. You just made that up.
Take that, you jerks.
Oh, you have a title.
Technically, eat your Buddha karma, you Taliban douchebags.
That's what it's called.
I don't. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So they're all being.
That's quite something.
Yeah. So, but that has nothing to do with H.P. Lovecraft. I just pulled the wrong.
No,
so
right.
what
right.
is that? What is the? What did you use to make that? Is that?
I drew it. Then I put it on the computer. I colorized it. So you put all sorts of cool effects in Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
Like, all
right. So you drew it and then you did something to it on Photoshop.
Yeah, I colored it in Photoshop. And let's see, what else do we got back here? Okay, but that wasn't.
Welcome to PBS.
H.P. Lovecraft stuff. Okay. Oh shoot. This is where I get into weird, goofy cartoons.
Oh, yeah, the other stuff is normal.
Oh, no, the other stuff, the platypus.
The Buddha thing wasn't weird or goofy.
Okay, here's another H.P. Lovecraft
chick
thing, and she's with the elder race.
Wow.
Have you thought about going full nude with these women instead of the bikinis?
No, because it's more appealing with the
right?
bikinis.
Yeah,
it's more appealing. Full nude is
it's kind of in your face, right?
Yeah, so you have a
Richard, Paula, do you enjoy the full nude thing or the bikini that he goes with?
I don't really think that it would be offensive to have nudity.
Intercourse would be nice.
I like to
see some action here.
I'm on the less is more art thing. Okay. Oh dear God. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting into my weird cartoons.
Oh, these are the weird ones.
No, these are the weird ones, Richard. Be prepared.
Ooh,
so
bush.
Okay. Yeah. What? Okay,
what?
Oh, I have another bush. Okay. Look. Okay. So we have a
skeleton vomiting.
Vomiting rats. If you look close, those are rats.
That's nice. Very appetizing.
Yeah, rats. And
why are they vomiting rats and the girls are laughing? I need to understand this.
Well,
lazy.
No, they're not necessarily. They're having a good time. They're at a banquet, and the skeletons vomiting
eating
rats.
A corn dog?
And they're laughing at us.
Do you have any paintings without women in them?
That's a chicken. No. No, and this is what I call Who is John Galt?
A little high.
It's like ski mask.
Yeah, I call this
Before
one.
he became ski
You're getting a
mask.
little. Yeah, that's better.
Who is John Galt? An angry baby man.
Yeah.
That's who John
Angry
Galt
Baby
is.
Man. Yeah.
Because
A little hat.
I don't
there.
know if you know John Galt. It's a book
No.
by Ayn Rand.
No.
Anyway, but so take that, Ayn Rand.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Take
she's.
that, Ayn Rand.
I'm sure she's.
So you're
she's
selling
rolling
these
over in the
paintings
grave.
at the
The Comic-Con, you could buy these.
Wow.
You know, this is just a nice
And
lady.
that's Halle Berry. She looks good there.
It does look like Halle Berry. Yeah,
it is
it's
Halle
a nice
Berry.
lady.
You got to. Here, John.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
That's a nice lady, and she's
Halle Berry. Why? Like, because she's the Bond girl?
well. Yeah, it does look a lot like Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Halle Berry. She's
Halle
like
Burden.
a nice lady.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the most normal one so far.
that is the most normal one.
It's
She's
so
just
normal. It's like-
relaxing.
Is this a real woman you drew?
This okay. I took different eyes and noses and mouths from different models, women, and
Yeah.
put them all together to a super beautiful face.
Do women pose for you?
No, it's Google. It's like okay, I
Okay.
think that's Sophia Loren's eyes and different mouths. I just stick
Probably
'em.
Halle Berry's face.
No, no, she just has a beautiful face, and so she kind of looks
Kind
like,
of together. This looks like her, yeah.
yeah. It's like, okay, what else do I got down here?
What's
Okay.
that big buffalo thing over there? Buffalo, the black sign with the.
What is? Oh,
What's that?
you're probably thinking to yourself, T-shirts.
I thought I was
This is
thinking
Buffalo.
T-shirts.
Where do I get T-shirts
Yeah.
for myself?
Right, of course, because in Buffalo they wear T-shirts.
And another thing, if you go out on the street, you're going to hear a big theme going on.
All right, so we got Buffalo food, bars, other stuff.
Yeah, and we have an octopus. We have this
You
octopus.
got food, bars, and other stuff in Buffalo.
In Buffalo. But this is a T-shirt. You can wear this as a T-shirt. You can.
Of course.
Or the YouTube visitor.
So these are available on T-shirts. These
In T-shirts, you go to
things.
Queen City Gallery. You could buy them as a T-shirt.
Where's that? In Allentown?
Or it's in the Market Arcade.
Oh, Market Arcade. Okay.
There's also a place called Buffalo Adore. You can get.
Well, how'd you come up with this idea that Buffalo has food, bars, and other stuff? That's
Well,
genius.
we have food bars, and other people told me other
food
stuff.
bars.
Food and bars.
Oh, okay, and bars.
But other people,
They mentioned other stuff.
Well, there's,
What's the other stuff?
Oh, okay. There's churches, and there's ballet dancing, and there's transvestite convention.
What? What was the last
and
thing? Transvestite
there's
convention.
Malls.
Ja.
And
You
there's-
said malls and churches, but what was the in between? You said transvestite
Trans-testicles?
conventions.
I think
What
they-
transvestite conventions are going on in
Sure,
Buffalo?
and sure they have them here. They're out there.
They're all cities have transvestite conventions,
And
right?
they have what else they have? Think Twice Radio. They have
I was just thinking the
Do you-
transvestite convention.
hockey.
What about this other one? Buffalo is winter.
What
Wait a
is
minute.
Winterfell?
Okay, well, geez.
Buffalo is. Move it over further.
I don't know what
Buffalo
that
is
means.
Winterfell. Let's see if we can. Yeah.
Okay,
let's see
Buffalo
what it
is.
No, you
Buffalo
can't get it
is
there.
Winterfell.
There we go.
I don't
You
know.
know,
what
Buffalo's
Winterfell
Winterfell.
is.
That's another thing. If you go out on the streets of Buffalo, and if you
Of course,
watch,
you got a chicken that as usual.
if you watch a show called The Game of Thrones, there's a hard luck city called Winterfell that's
Right.
just like Buffalo.
So we're a hard luck city.
It's exactly like
No
Buffalo.
wonder we have transvestite conventions. We're a hard luck city.
It's a hard luck city.
We have to take what we can get.
Yeah, Buffalo is so much like it because it kind of burned out, kind of a letdown city.
It's like a burned out post-apocalyptic landscape, right?
Exactly. And so
That's
you
what we
got
all like
this,
about it.
So this you can have this as a T-shirt if you want.
Burned
So
out Buffalo.
when you say T-shirt, if you want, when someone gives you $20, you hand them the T-shirt that has those designs on them.
Bingo, and they go off and they have a great time.
But you already have them on T-shirts then.
A T-shirt, I could show you one.
Okay, let's see one.
Yeah, let's see a
Dude,
T-shirt.
genius.
Come on, John.
Okay. Basically, okay. I wear one right
Oh, it's
now.
underneath that one underneath. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah. See, Buffalo is Winterfell.
No, it's beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you very
yeah.
much.
Very nice. Where do you have those made, John?
Oh, my brother embroiders them.
What?
And he's
Is his name Bob?
No, it's Vinny.
Oh.
Vinny, and Vinny does
course
embroidery.
it's-
Sure?
He does he does T-shirts and embroidery. So you want stuff? Call my brother Vinny at Double Eagle.
Yeah, of course.
Really?
More paintings. You got any
Oh,
more paintings?
what do we got back here? Okay.
Where's Double Eagle?
wait, can I show naked ladies on TV?
Yeah, hell
On YouTube?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
this
waiting.
one. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
this
Oh, you
one-
don't really see anything there. She's covering all the naughty
Hell
bits up.
yeah.
But
All
anyway,
the good
this is
shit's
one of my
tied up.
naked ladies, and
Put it up a little higher.
she's.
You like that one, Ken?
Well,
It's pretty nice, isn't it? Would you want that for your wall at home?
No, prefer happy, but
It's not. But anyway, she's she's having a good time. She's out there and
She's relaxing
Airing it out.
and having a good time.
she's relaxing.
she's airing it
John,
out.
shouldn't she have a platypus next to her, or a pussycat, or
She's hiding
maybe
from the
she should.
viewer.
or an octopus or something?
It's a good point. Maybe she should.
It is
have
a
an
good
octopus.
point. I'm a professional talk show host. That's
Yeah,
right.
maybe they should. Yeah.
I like her. She's good.
Okay.
They like her? I like her.
Sure.
In my last
Don't find her
one,
attractive?
my last one doesn't fall into any of my
Didn't find any
usual
attraction there? I
categories.
thought she was attractive.
Whispers and crickets.
Whispers
Oh, yeah.
of cricket. Now this one doesn't.
That is lesbianism.
No, not necessarily. Okay. Okay, because see, they're not. See, they're sad.
They're
Yeah.
sad
See how
like we
sad
all
they are?
are.
They miss dick.
That's not
They miss
lesbianism.
dick?
That's right. That's why
He
they're
said he missed
sad.
dick. Is that what it is?
No.
That's why they're sad.
Is that why?
That's why. That's why they're sad.
No. These are healthy,
They
normal
look like
girls.
sisters.
They don't miss
They
penis
look
then.
like
They're
sisters. They
saying-
don't even look like.
But they're sad.
Yeah, why are they sad though? Because they have no
They're-
dick in their life?
That's
no,
right.
Is
they're,
that why?
they're vampire
That's
chicks,
right. You
right?
know.
Aren't they vampire chicks?
They miss sucking something. Sorry.
No, well, they've experienced a tragedy. Can't you
it.
see that?
Tragedy, they lost penis in their life.
The tragedy is they can't
is a
find anyone's
tragedy.
neck to bite.
That is sad.
No, maybe they're
Well,
sad and there's some
shaft.
horrible tragedy, but they have each other, but they're still like, I'll protect you.
Still a lot of sadness
Like,
there.
oh, it's so sad.
But they are
Those are the
zombie
girls from
chicks or
Slater
something,
Kinney,
right?
Huh?
Slater Kinney, right?
Well, I would not necessarily zombie, but their life has made them dead.
How long does it take you to make one of these paintings?
Oh, jeebus.
Just whack them out in a few seconds or hours?
It takes me. I average 2 paintings a month.
Wow.
But they take different ones take different amounts of time.
Yeah, how long does this one take you?
Jeebus.
Years?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'd say, but
Wow.
you do some. It's hard to.
Have you ever thought about cutting your ear off?
No, no.
Ken doesn't
no.
understand that. Okay.
No, I suppose famous artist cut his ear off. What? There was a famous artist.
What?
He cut his ear off to
kidding
impress
me.
a chick. It was Van Gogh. It didn't
my
work.
God.
That's a bad move.
Tonight I want to point out one. There's one thing I want to.
Never has it ever worked. If you're going to cut something off and send it to a girl, it does not work.
No.
Yeah.
I just want to point out one thing
It's
here,
not
just for the
good.
record, on Kenny Vaughan's Freak Show. It's the first time that Ken's wearing a hood and I'm wearing a wig. So that's what a night. Okay, back to John.
Yeah. Okay.
Got another painting, John?
No,
Don't slow down, buddy. It's all about pacing.
Oh, that's it, folks.
That's it? You have nothing else?
No, I got
Wow.
So, yeah.
We want more.
No, there's more on my website that I have, but also.
What is your website?
Oh, okay. John Fro on DeviantArt.
What was it?
JOHN Farello, FARALLO. I'm going to be at the Young Studio Center in September. I'm going to have art up there.
It's a long time away.
It's a long
6
time away.
months
So
from now.
remember that, YouTube folks.
Say
Right, YouTube viewers.
say your website again, because it says you said your name, but you didn't say where.
Okay, it's John Farello, JOHN
Yes.
FARALLO on DeviantArt. If you just look at my
On
name
DeviantArt.
or at DeviantArt.
Are you a
At
deviant artist, though?
DeviantArt.
What?
Are you a deviant artist?
Yeah, I'd be considered.
Yeah, I don't see where's the deviance. Where's the deviance? Because you have the platypus and the octopus?
It's not that deviant, you know. It's
No, it's not deviant. No, it shouldn't be like not deviant.
There's stuff, you know. It suggests deviance in the mind of the.
Oh, like this thing really does.
No, not
Just
really,
a lot of
there-
deviance.
Just
from the whole way
there's
they're
nothing
holding
wong
each
with
other.
two gals trying to
Get
what
it out
tragedy
right
just
now.
happened?
That's
Oh, help me
deviant.
out. You know? Because, like, don't you do, you hug your buddy if something bad happens?
No, I don't hug
Come
my
on.
buddies.
You know, like, oh,
No, I never hug my buddies. Ken, have I ever hugged you?
it's cold outside. They have to
No,
help
I
each
never.
other.
They should be
Let's
dressed
check with
more
the critics now.
appropriately then.
Paula, how
But
do you
they're
feel
a
about
tragedy.
John's
Look, something horrible happened, so it's all.
Yeah, I told you what horrible happened to her.
horrible? Paula,
You didn't want to
John's
agree
art,
with me,
you like it
though.
or dislike it or?
I'm fascinated by it.
Do you find it deviant?
Thanks. Thanks.
I don't
I don't
really-
think any deviance.
Well, you know, the fact that he does have a lot of like naked or semi-naked chicks in it.
That's
I guess,
deviant?
Not really.
It's
No.
not deviant. It's erotica.
Well, I would. Well, you know, okay, but I have different sections. So I'm like, these are naked ladies. These are cartoon ladies. These are lazy women. These are women on adventure. So there's different categories of them.
How long have you been an artist, John?
Oh,
your whole life?
Since my whole life. But I went to college 2 years in Pittsburgh. I took 10 years just to drink after that, and catch up on my drinking. Then
a decade off for drinking? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, after school. But then I got back into art. After that.
After the 10 years.
Yeah, so I
came out of a drunken haze and said,
I can make little pictures on the back of these.
Have you been to in Pittsburgh, have you been to the Andy Warhol Museum?
No, oddly enough. No, I had the opportunity.
Does this wig remind you of anybody?
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, it's great. You got to go to the Andy Warhol Museum. Paul
it's
and I
great.
went.
Oh,
yeah.
We went 10 years ago, and it was 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
I think it's located in my old school.
Located in your old school.
AIP.
It's downtown near the baseball stadium, near the water.
Oh, okay.
So it's really fantastic.
Yeah.
Check that out.
I should.
Richard, do you enjoy John's artwork? Do you have any feelings about it? Do you think it's deviant?
This is an example of really appreciating when the person who makes the art shows the art.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because your enthusiasm is contagious.
It really is.
Good, thanks.
It kind of woke me up. It's like with the artist showing it, I would have probably been saying, "Here's a woman," There's
it wouldn't
two
have
women.
as much power.
No, I know you got a lot of power, John.
Oh,
with your
geez.
presentation.
I didn't realize.
Do you present live like this when people come to your art openings? Do you go around and say, "Hey, look at this! Look at this platypus"?
If they have an interest in it, like I show at College Gallery, and there's like 20 other artists who are just as cool as I am. But if
no one can be
asks
as cool as you.
No, if they ask a question about it, I'll explain it. Like, okay, I did this. Like, this is why that's. I'll explain a little bit.
And this is your new phase you're in, the adventurous and lazy women.
I was doing lazy. I did adventure women for a long time.
Yeah.
For my one show. Now I'm back to doing naked ladies.
Naked ladies.
But you know what? I still have adventure women.
But the naked ladies, you cover up the nipples and the vagina though, so they're not that too nude.
But it's in your head. You're like,
it's in your head.
As a guy, you're like,
Both of
them. And you're
what was that? Hold on, let's see if I can do that. That's how I felt too. Yeah. Richard, is that how you felt?
In the male reptile mind, you see the bare skin.
You need to contemplate on that.
Yeah. You see the
Ken,
bare
were
skin.
you going?
No, I said it both of my heads.
Oh, okay. So that's what you. So you're doing the nude things to get excited.
Well, they sell, and they sell, and I know you have to use a lot of my brain. It's just okay. You put the picture down there and you pay. Ooh, that looks like real. It's easy to do. You do like naked flesh. Whereas these things, I go a little nuts, going like, wow, I think I'll put a tortured body over here and have
have them shooting at it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the naked ladies, you just. Boom, naked lady in the center of the thing.
Boom.
You make the figure, then you paint around it.
Right.
Like, ooh, I'm gonna paint. Ooh, okay. Then you put it down.
So people
will buy them. People don't buy this stuff.
Why the lamb? What? That reminds
is
me
that the
of
Lamb of God?
It reminds me of something that I've seen, like a planter.
In a sense, okay. I heard this quote from some other.
Let's see this art when we talk about it. Okay, Paul, pick it up. Okay. Move it over a little bit.
Every
this way, towards John. John.
This is a great quote I heard.
I got to turn it towards this way over here.
Both sides.
No, the other way.
Every piece of
no, here, like that. Turn it this way and towards John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every piece of art gives birth to the next piece of art. Is the mother of the next piece of art.
So the lamb gave birth to another idea.
Before that, I have ideas of women. On animals floating around, but then but I always wanted to do a hell painting too.
Oh, I got to ask you a question about this hell thing. Now,
what if they're in hell?
I see all these famous. I mean, not famous. I see these faces over here. Is this Jerry Garcia?
No,
it looks like Jerry Garcia.
These
in
are
hell.
all people we know from around town.
Oh, they're all in hell.
There's me. There's Neil Mahar, another local
So you're
artist.
in hell.
There's Eric Evensikek.
So
there's Chris
but you're alive,
Melissa
John.
Campbell. These are seeds coming out of this thing, coming out of the butt of this lamb.
So your head's coming out of the ass of the lamb.
It is. Exactly.
Okay.
It's a seed. It's seed.
The lamb is shitting you out, John?
Exactly. And this is this is my buddy Joe, and this is Mike Mully.
But they're all alive, aren't they? Including you.
Yeah, but they're seeds. See, they're going to become trees in hell.
And do you feel you're going to go to hell? Is that why you're putting yourself in hell, coming out of a lamb's ass?
But they turn into trees in hell, and they kind of like grow in hell. You have these
trees
nice trees
in hell. I don't remember that part of. of hell.
Now you know why we
literature.
call this Kenny Vaughan's
That's why
freak
you had
show.
this lamb going
It
through
all
hell.
makes sense now.
But it's also it's kind of like but they're shooting in all directions, getting from behind, and it's pooping out these seeds that are going to grow in hell.
You're a seed
in this little horrible yoga area. You know.
So you're anti-yoga or pro-yoga?
Bad yoga.
No, I'm pro yoga. I'm pro yoga. Yeah.
You yoga size a lot?
I'm into yoga. I like it.
And do you ever meditate? I'm guessing no.
I have actual genuine meditation. I've tried it. I know it's a healthy thing.
Yeah.
I'm more a go to a yoga class. My mind's pretty scattered to do.
No.
Like I'm gonna sit down and breathe. But breathe. But yoga, yeah, I do. You go to a class.
Didn't you have a martial arts teacher who was into the wisdom of the East?
Yes, I did.
What was his name again?
Mr. Lai. He would. I worked at a place called Newark Camp. I'm still there. Newark Camp, and he would teach me kung fu and stuff.
Would he ever criticize you?
What?
Would he ever criticize you?
He was weird. He'd get into your brain and stuff, and he'd really kind of.
With a fork?
What?
With a fork?
No. Oh, well, one funny thing he would do is he would sit there, he'd take his hand like this, he'd go, bam, and like hit you real hard, and it would be like, then it would welt up and stuff.
It doesn't sound
But
like
that
fun.
was a
That's
whole.
how he was teaching you to be centered?
Yeah, but he was never like, okay, let's do meditation right now. It was like, kind of a thing. It was. I never took formal meditation courses, which I always wanted to.
You still can.
I can't. No, I've tried to go. I went to the Zen Center, and they wrote me a letter that the Zen Center was closed.
They said, Dear
and
John.
a week later, it wasn't.
You got a Dear John letter from the Zen Center.
Pretty much, yeah. And they said, I'm sorry, we're closing. Then I learned later it wasn't closed. The Zen Center.
Wow.
It's like,
What about Scientology? Have you been involved in that?
No.
Do you want to join the Scientologists?
Well, I've learned all sorts of interesting things. I like to study cults.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad.
Cults are, that cult is bad, Scientology.
They're like, to me, they're like the anti-Buddhists. They're kind of like...
That's right, you're a Buddhist.
They're like Satanist Buddhists.
They're Satanist Buddhists?
If Buddhists had a Satan...
Scientology is Satanist Buddhists?
Bingo.
Wow.
That's in my head. Because they're trying to teach enlightenment after you pay a shitload of money.
So that's the Satanist part?
Yeah.
You can say shit.
And what about you? You're a Buddhist then?
I'm not really a Buddhist. I aspired to try to be a Buddhist, but...
You can't do it, though,
I
can
can't.
you?
No.
Do you know that
honestly, no.
the Catholic...
I'm a Catholic. I'm a big fat Catholic.
The Catholic church
Ken,
that I
he's a Catholic.
went to when I was a
Okay.
child is now a Buddhist temple.
Oh, is it on the east side over there?
The Catholic school
okay.
I went to when I was a child is still a Catholic school. Because it's a winning Catholic school. It's not the kind of Catholic
Because
school
they're trying to make up for Greg.
No, they're just still winning, my
They're
Catholic
still
school.
winning.
Where I met Ken. He's right over there with the hood on. With the hoodie. John, you're fascinating, I must say.
Oh, Jeebus. Thanks.
What was that, Jeebus?
Jeebus.
Oh, Jeebus.
Oh, Jeebus, yeah.
Is that like Jesus with a B?
Jeebus, yeah. Jeebus with a B, you know.
Jeebus Christ?
Yeah, like Jeebus. It's something I got from The Simpsons, yes.
Richard, are you ever worried about people like this in your house? Visiting your home?
Yeah.
Does that ever get to you?
Yeah.
I think he's a true artist.
He is a true
okay.
artist.
Thanks, okay.
Is it possible he's also an artiste?
Well, I don't think he gets any funding from New York State, do you?
No, I don't. I
Has anyone ever called you an artistic genius? Because that would probably be a lot to live up
they
to.
haven't called me that.
Oh, so you're probably happy, right?
Genius.
You're pretty happy about that because it would be a burden, right?
Or
Or would you like to be called an artistic genius?
If it
Okay, I'm gonna call you
moved
artistic
if it moved some of my paintings,
That's what it's all about.
If people
Selling
bought
the
it.
painting.
Yeah, if it sold the
how much
painting.
do those cost?
Oh, they're priceless.
I said how much they. So when someone says they want to buy it, you say it's priceless.
No.
How much does that want? Oh, it's priceless.
You know what? That's
not gonna work in the marketplace.
I put them up for like $100, but you usually
Wow,
you drop the price, they move. So
how
I
much
should
you
be
drop
dropping
it
the
down
price.
to 10, 20.
You see, at that point,
What's the lowest you go?
That's sad. That's why I print. You can pick up one of these,
Yeah.
have a piece of
$20 it says on there.
$20, right in your
I can have
house.
Halle Berry for $20.
You look at her every day, and she's like, "Hello, Greg. How you doing? Hey, Kitty. How you doing? I'm a pretty girl. Look at me. I'm a pretty girl."
You know what? That's a good idea. If you
Wait,
would put
John, you know,
some-
really what you got to do is you got to show the photo
if you would
and
put
move
some
your
voice,
you know.
yeah, if you would put some
Hold on a
voice
second. Give me the.
You- like a button, you could push the button and they'd say.
Now hold
sexy
on.
things
I'm going
to
to show you the
I
photo.
think that would
John, do
really
the voice
sell.
now.
Oh, I'm a pretty girl. Why don't you buy me for only $20? I'll be in your house forever and ever.
That was pretty good.
I'll be your friend. Oh, wait, I forgot to show you this.
Oh, this one. Here we go.
This is one. I call this one.
Oh, money.
Seeing eye.
Money,
I call
money,
this
money,
one.
money.
I call this one.
Money.
Freemasons are your friends.
Freebasers?
Freemasons are our friends.
Oh, Freemasons are our
Why don't you
friends.
say hello?
And Freebasers.
Freemasons. So that's
And
a fun one.
Freemasons. Thanks for being on, John.
Okay, thanks.
You were great.
Oh,
Kenny Vaughan.